light, and shadow. Tanos had captured Talia, but the ominous evil still had some influence and built a dungeon very close by.
Do not resist the light, daughter. Purify your soul.
Ah! Ah! Father! Why are you doing this? These are not good deeds.
You will know, daughter. Soon, you will know.
The capture of Talia and her immediate torture, purification, one occasionally slips up with these religious fanatics, strengthened the heroes' morale. They assumed that good would now win, but they did not know about the dungeon growing in the underground. Even without Talia, the seductive evil still had some influence and powerful creatures. The evil set about raising an army that would free Talia. Do we really have to? Okay, she's funny and all that, but she takes away a lot of my narration time, which I could fill with brilliant monologues instead. Or I could recite a poem. Did I ever tell you the story about how I rode a bicycle over my own toe? Yeah, okay, you don't have to threaten me. We'll get her back. Fine.
There are evil creatures in the underground? Go, my faithful. Cleanse that place and destroy the evil scum.
The lethargic evil's presence was no longer undetected. Heroes would henceforth be visiting the dungeon.
Drive the evil from your thoughts and let the goddess into your heart again, daughter.
Evil will triumph. I read the walkthrough. Ah!
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The bustling evil had discovered a room in the underground.
Oh, Talia. Why, oh, why did you kill Grimly? Okay, he was a grumpy old racist who wanted to cut your head off when you were a baby and always insulted you, but that's no reason, is it?
Payday.
Despair not, and turn away from evil, my child. The goddess will forgive you.
The goddess can kiss my ass. I prefer to stay evil. Ah!
The thirsting for evil evil's army had reached an island of the good, but it wouldn't remain one for long. The thirsting for revenge evil's troops had discovered one of the heroes' outposts. They knew what they had to do. How do you like that, Thanos? I mean, the inspiring me evil's army had laid waste to the outpost. Now it continued marauding through the country on its way to free Talia.
You will pay for that, vile pack. The goddess will purify you, and the flames will cleanse you.
Concerned citizens from the nearby village had heard of the army camp's destruction. Extremely troubled, they therefore decided to arm themselves and go on the offensive.
Excellent! Confront the evil. Chase it back into the underground. And then let us purify the ground with cleansing fire.
It's payday. The ruthless evil's army had discovered a small island of good and now decided to pay it a short visit.
Why doesn't the good have any problems with torture? Ah!
Oh, Talia, why did it have to come to this? I remember when I found you as if it were yesterday. We had just attacked your clan's village and slaughtered everything in the name of light, when Grimly heard a whimper. He wanted to kill you then and there, but I said to him, no, this child can be saved. And so I took you from your mother's cold, dead hands, and raised you from then on. Those were the days. Renounce evil and return to the light, daughter.
Where there is light, there is also darkness. Ah!
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Renounce evil and return to the light, daughter.
Where there is light, there is also darkness. Ah!
Payday. The pillaging Evil's army marched towards the village, and definitely not to buy cheap meats and sausages. The rattling of Talia's breath was not a good sign. It was impossible to say how much longer she could hold on, but definitely not too long. The merciless Evil.
Enough! It's time to send my personal guards to deal with that evil filth in the underground. Go, men. Despair not, and destroy the dungeon!
There are enemies in your dungeon.
You need to question and confine your evil essence. Turn to the light.
Not a chance. The dark side has cookies. Ah!
The exploring Evil had discovered a dungeon entrance in the overworld. Apparently, there was another entrance to the dungeon. This could prove very useful for bringing supplies to the front.
Turn back to good, my child.
Unfortunately, I'm finding the torture just a little distracting. Ah!
There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Payday.
Despair not, and turn away from evil, my child. The goddess will forgive you.
Ah! The goddess can kiss my ass. I prefer to stay evil. Ah!
Tanos' fortress was not far away. Nothing more stood in the way of Talia's liberation. Well, except for the mighty Tanos, of course.
Oh, Talia, why did it have to come to this? I remember when I found you as a little twister. We had just attacked your clan's village and slaughtered everything in the name of light. When Grimly heard a whimper, I wanted to kill you then and there, but I said to him, no. This child can be saved. And so I took you from your mother's cold, dead hands and raised you from then on. Ah, those were days.
Talia would not be able to take much more purification, that was certain. The deadline facing evil had to hurry. It's payday. Talia was almost within reach of the coming to the rescue evil's army. Now was a really good time to think about what to do about Thanos.
Drive the evil from your thoughts, and let the goddess into your heart again, daughter.
Evil will triumph. I read the walkthrough.
Do I really have to do everything myself? I'm busy trying to convert my foster daughter to good through severe torture. Can't you see that? So be it. You'll be easy prey for the goddess. Die, scum!
Thanos threw himself at the absolute evil's army. He wouldn't need long to deal with them, but he was distracted, and Talia was able to free herself from his mental prison.
Must flee. Must reach the dungeon heart. Ow! No!
The benighted evil had liberated Talia, only to let her die on the way to the dungeon heart. The separation meant that she couldn't simply be revived. Sad, but true. Thanos threw himself at the absolute evil's army. He wouldn't need long to deal with them, but he was distracted, and Talia was able to free herself from his mental prison.
Must flee. Must reach the dungeon heart. Must reach dungeon heart.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Must reach Dungeon Heart.
Daughter, don't do that! Do not let evil take hold of you again! Stay with me!
Thank you, but I can do without your conversion by torture. But I won't forget it. You will pay for that. And that's what my good side has to say.
With these words, Talia threw herself on the Dungeon Heart and was teleported away by the tactical evil. Talia was still no match for Tanos, but the sly evil already had a plan.